Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at FrenchieStamps.com. Today I'm going to share with you a very simple card using the French countryside. This was my thank you card for the month of March, going in the mail in first part of April. So maybe some of you get a card like this. Today though, it's going to be the same measurement and everything. I decided to crank it up a notch, changing the colors. So we're going to be using crumb cake, and it's the block D. Went to wash my block and I left it there. Let me fix that up in quick beats here. Here we go. So we're going to use the block D. Let's make sure. Yes, block D. Now I'm using the Whisper White craft ink. This is a very thick ink, and it's a pigment ink, so you can emboss with it and so on. So I'm gonna share a little tip on how to ink your ink pad. So when you see how thick it is, I already inked it today, so I'm gonna stop there. But you would put plenty of ink because it's, like I said, it's very thick ink. I like a plastic spoon for this one, absolutely. Regular ink, I use bone folder for this one. To push it down, I like to put, so you're going to use where it's rounded, that's going to touch the ink pad, and your finger going to go inside the spoon. And what you want to do is go back. See, I rock back and forth, and then you're going to go on the other way, back and forth. Voila. And then just save your spoon for another time, just wash that. So that's how to ink the Whisper White. Now this piece here measure, I think, 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. I'm going to have all measurement on my blog. Right below you get the direct link, or in the eye. You're going to take the D block, and let me move this a second here. You're going to tap this in, and because it's very thick ink, see, I'm tapping all over it. Now that look pretty good. Even if you get some blob, a spot like this, that is okay though. It just gives some character. See there? It's going to give a different coloration. Now you're going to take your piece. This is crumb cake, and I'm using the foam under. The piercing foam. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to smack that right here. I need to bring my camera a bit lower. Here we go. Perfect. I'm going to go about ½ inch from the top, 1/4 inch. Let's see there. And press that down, so because it's very, like I said, thick ink. I'm just going to hold it there about 20 seconds. And then I put my hand on the paper so I'm not sliding the block and having a mess. Put my hand on the paper and lift straight. Voila! Beautiful, beautiful. And now you're going to ask me, what the heck am I going to do with that? It would be enough to do another one right from that. It would just be a little bit lighter. Do I have a piece here? You bet. See, I can do 2 with that. I can come here and press. So usually you ink once and you can do 2. Voila. It's still plenty. So now the long part of this, it's to let it dry, or you can use the heat tool and do the magic of zip and have that dry. It has to be dry before you're going to do the next step. If not, it's going to bleed the color in, and it do something different. Put it that way. Well, with the magic of the camera, I got one ready to go. This one, like I said, I want more like a vintage look, a old-fashioned look with this wagon. I think it's like an old-fashioned. So I pre-done 3 sides. It had to be dry completely. I'm using a dauber with a soft suede, and I'm just doing the edge of this. Usually I do tone on tone, but I want it darker, so I'm using soft suede. This goes much faster. Et voila. So now that you get it all 4 sides done, see how quick I was, right? Now we're going to do our stamping. I'm using, for the stamping, I'm using Early Espresso. And we're going to use the wagon that I got someplace here. And make sure it's in very well. I'm just going to use a scratchy paper here. And usually the first time I want to make sure it's, here we go. The first time you ink a stamp, you want to stamp on a scrap paper and then ink again. So then it's, usually sometimes you miss a little spot, whatever. The second time it's perfect. Now I'm going to align this right in here. It's no right and wrong. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to press it, make sure that I get a good imprint of all the little detail, and lift up. Voila. See the reverse now? I get the white for my thing, and then boom. And then I got, oops, I forgot that stamp. The one sick. Okay, I got Good Morning Magnolia. I got the thanks, but this time I'm going to use the hello. I need hello cards. I'm going to use the hello, and the thanks that I get on this card, it's from Good Morning Magnolia also. I got this. I'm going to use a little strip, and again, all measurement will be on my blog. I think that's 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm going to put the hello here. Voila. Now I got a piece of very vanilla that measure 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside, and then I'm going to put the little birdhouse inside. Oh, I wanted that in soft suede. You know what? Because I didn't want it too pronounced inside, so I'm going to use soft suede for the inside stamp. So it's only, well, 3 color ink really. The Whisper White, soft suede, and then Early Espresso. Going to put that right here so that match with our front. And while you get that, you might as well do your envelope too, right? Now we're going to use, because it was sponge around, I could do some sponging quick here, just say to add a little bit something. You can do with or without. Okay, that is done. We're going to assemble our card. Yes, it's that simple. So this one here, while I assemble, let me tell you about this card. I use Whisper White for the card base and the front, and then the bluish, it's Seaside Spray. And it is Seaside Spray also for the block. I ink the block. And then for my layer, Seaside Spray. And this is Early Espresso also. Now we got, let me think, soft suede here for our layer. So the same color at the top, it's the same color than your card base. So in this case, it is crumb cake. Here. And we're going to put that right here. You can add some bling, some pearls, some ribbon. I'm just concentrating on ink and paper. Ink and paper for today. And then the base, I cut it on the long way, this one. This one is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. So 4 1/4 by 11. Now the inside, that measure 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to put that right here. Boom, boom, done. How simple it is, right? Et voila, my friend. Here and here. I think a little ribbon, well, not really a ribbon, a little bow here. Let's add a little bow quick. I think that would add quite a bit to the crumb cake one. So I got linen thread, fold in 2, do a little bow here. You know what? We're going to fold in 3. If it's long enough, we're going to do loop and a loop. I think I got long enough. And then we're going to add just a little tiny bow. I think that's going to even dress it up even more. So now I got this. We're going to cut the tails of this. So you see, I just fold this in 3. And now what I'm going to do is spread this here a bit. See? Spread my loop. So now you get a 3 loop bow. We're going to use the glue dots. And when you use the glue dot, just make sure to squeeze it all in the back. Okay, we're going to bring back our tail in the front here. So we get our tail. And I'm going to put that sideways here. Et voila, my friend. Oh, that's what needed. So all measurement will be on my blog. And all in the US can shop 24/7. Again, the stamp set, it's French countryside from the mini catalog, the spring mini catalog on page 22. That is it for now. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend.